basically I just wanted to kind of have a outlet to kind of put my video stuff, because I've been doing more of it. Decided to try some 8K stuff, shooting in 8K on the Sony, on the A7rV. People knock it as a video camera. I think it's a very capable video camera, as long as you got it on a gimbal or it's stabilized, you know, the jello kind of deal. I've noticed on the GFX it gets real jello-y on video, so that's, you know, you got it on tripod only, not moving, you know, none of that, just real static, and it's fine. But the Sony seems to do really well on a gimbal, or if you're moving it, so I don't really have to worry too much about, you know, the jello effect, especially you go to the higher resolutions. But we're just an experiment with 8K kind of doing. But I figured I'd use it as an excuse to talk for, you know, on my GFX system, because I like bragging about this, and kind of, you know, that's what we do. We kind of talk about our gear on YouTube. It's kind of our outlet. It's the fun part. You know, like a lot of the stress working with the girls, and whatever we do, whatever our genre is, can be kind of taxing. This is kind of a good outlet. It's like our modern day forum, I think, because forums are kind of dead. So I think YouTube, it's like the new place for us to hang out and talk about our equipment. It's my cat over there is doing its thing on the scratching post. But yeah, so I figured I'd use today to talk about my favorite lens as the 120. Yeah, on the GF system, the GF120. It's a macro lens, you know, so I can get as close as I want pretty much for headshots or that kind of eye detail, or yeah, if you ever see my cameras in manual focus, I was doing something interesting. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, besides that point, anyway, this lens is, I think I've read everything I've read. I haven't had the 110. I haven't been able to compare it to the 110. Hopefully I'll be able to one day. People say the 110 sharper. I don't think it is. I don't see how it could be. I don't know what they're testing. This thing, the detail it captures, especially when you get to the eyes, like you can see like the capillaries in the eyes, like the sub capillaries, not even the main ones, like the super small ones in there. So to me, this thing just resolves incredibly. And the sharpness, this and the 80 are about equal on sharpness. I don't know how and I've heard even a lot of people say the 80 is sharper than the 120. Doesn't focus as well, you know, so people, it's soft. Well, if it's soft, most likely it's not focused right with any lens these days, I've noticed. So if you're soft, it's usually a focusing issue, not a lens issue. But this thing is just razor sharp, super detailed. There's a reason I always want to use this first, unless I go outside. I don't use it outside because it's f4, and you know, I stop down outside. We all kind of do. I like to have the option to stop down. A lot of times I am shooting at f4, f5, shit, I even shoot at f8 sometimes outside, f10, f11 if I want to get it like a really powerful backlit situation. I'm not afraid to stop it all the way down. It's just a light thing. It has, I don't really care about bokeh and all that. It's more of working. Like, the choices I make are based on metering. They're not based on artistic merit. Like, the artistic stuff, whatever, the bokeh, no bokeh, it doesn't really affect the picture as much as we think. It doesn't. And people are like, you use too much bokeh. You know, it's cool to trash bokeh now. It's like, it doesn't matter if you use bokeh or a lot of bokeh or no, but it's the posing, or, you know, with what I do. It's the posing that matters. It's the model's look that matters. It has nothing to do with the depth of field. So depth of field I use is more of a metering thing, you know. So it's nice to have those extra stops to stop down to get more light in there. That's basically the only reason I prefer to bring like the Sigma 105 or even the 200 or the 80. Or if I had the 110, which I can't justify buying the 110 because I got the 105 and the 120, so I can't justify the 110. But yeah, ran over. We'll get to some 8K footage, and I just like showing a lot of the shooting. I shoot, gosh, almost every day I shoot doing this kind of stuff. And weekends I'll do 3 or 4 shoots a day, you know. So it's kind of fun for me to be able to look back and record my shoots and then upload them to YouTube, and maybe some of you guys will be interested in what I'm doing. I don't know how to label what I'm doing other than like the GFX and what I don't think anyone's really interested in just me shooting. They want to hear more about the equipment. So yeah, we'll go with that. Also, another thing today, Coop, my buddy, I'm trying to get him to do he's an incredible photographer, a good friend of mine, and he'll see him in a lot of my shoots. He decided to upgrade the firmware on this Nano, and this is a Fuji Flashpoint. He bricked my thing in the middle of the shoot. I had to end up shooting on the A7R5 until he had to go home, use a Windows computer. Then he hacked this thing. Now this Flashpoint is now a Godox because he's really good with computers. He's a software engineer, so he went down deep, you know, to reformat this thing. It's now no longer a Flashpoint. It's now a Godox. It loads as a Godox. He's something else. But he showed back up in time for me to finish my shoot with my Fuji because I knew he wouldn't embarrass me. Like, he wouldn't go down like that. So he's a good dude. Thanks, Coop. But you know, you got to have a backup camera. You got to have a backup trigger. You got to have everything you have a redundancy. Even doesn't matter what you do, you got to have a backup. Anyway, enjoy the footage, the shoots, and thanks for watching me. All right, so I'd like to kind of go through and we can do a quick comparison. This is the my 120, my favorite lens on the 100S2. Compared to the A7R, because A7R5, because Coop bricked my trigger mid-shoot today. He went and fixed it, but I had to finish out with Maddie on the Sony. So, but you can see the difference. I love a lot of times with the 35 getting up in there and close with the Sony, but we'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the 120. Kind of shoot at 3/4. It's a little further away for a 3/4. I always like to keep the hands in it. It's pretty much my cutoff point. But there's your eyes. Just beautiful. The way this renders is just really pretty. You'll see the rendering of the Sony is real choppy, kind of, and rough, but that's really pretty, you know. So the Sony, let's go to that. Great, beautiful image. Color's a little more hard to get right, but it's just more, you know, chunky looking and more. It's more a little more. I don't know, just not as smooth. You zoom in, and I'm really close with that 35. You got to remember that too. Like, my sensor's a lot closer to her than it is with the 120, so you're gonna get, you know, kind of a better resolution. But and I love working. I'm good with the 35. I really am. I get in there close on a full frame because you're not having all this. You see, you go over here on medium format. Boom, we're way wider. We got a way extra space, which comes in handy. Like, you can see if she moves around and gets her arms up and the elbows go out. And but I'm a little further. I'm way further away. This is almost a full body. Let's see. We get zoomed in a little closer, you can get a better comparison. There we go, like here. Let's just talk about pleasing. See the rendering there? It's just more pleasing than that to me. That's just more rough. The colors are more rough. It's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. You're not going to go wrong with either. They're killer. But that just is more breathtaking to me. That just takes my breath away every time. This, it, you know, wows me. I'm like, that's killer. But this is just speaks to me, you know, just more, got more life to it. I mean, that works. That works great, but and plus this is a way sexier shot, so actually, you know, they're gonna be drawn to that more anyway, naturally. But anyway, there's Maddie. She's amazing. Be the cover girl on my calendar this year. I just like her. I like her attitude, and she will shoot. She will just keep going. If I just keep shooting, she will just keep posing. She will not complain once. She just loves it. You know, she doesn't model. She's got her own hair salon. She's got 2 hair salons, so she doesn't have time to model. I beg her, and I will clear my schedule when she will, just because I like her so much. It's my kitty back there. I got a new cat. Go through this shoot. What's this, the 40? This is a Sigma 40. Show you how good that dang thing looks. You know, look how far away I am. It's so far, but you zoom in and boom, full body, way more than full body. It's the 120 again. Boom, just killer. Here she is. Had to warm her up a little bit here. Looking fresh, pretty eyes. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, let's go. What else did I do on this today? Today I did a couple other girls. Maddie, oh, she came in. Yeah, she got. Let's do the. Yeah, let's go to these. Did the, you know, little snoot stuff, which is cool. You zoom in, it's the 120 full body, but it's, look how sharp it gets with that harsh light. Harsh light's great if you want sharpness, because it will just carve your stuff out, man. Boom. Yeah, that's cool though. We did a little snoot work. That might be cool in black and white. Let me look there. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that might speak a little better there. I don't know. I'll have to decide later. Go. See what else we did. I did one other girl today. What was her name? Did Abby today too. That's Peyton, by the way. There's Abby. We just went with the real easy soft light with her. She was new. I'm still warming her up, getting her used to shooting. There we go, get that belly out. You gotta know, see what works for them, you know. She was better with her arms up and belly because I just kind of let her. She wasn't very good at relaxing. Alright, cool. Let's go. Let me get out of here. I got some great ones of her in there somewhere. Had to walk her through. I had clam shelter with a reflector. Yeah, just real simple. Alright, let's go to everything else we did. So that's cool. You can't, you know, obviously you're going to like an A7R5 if that's what's in front of you, right? When you got a 10 in front of you, you're going to love whatever camera you got, right? Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we did a little boudoir there. This was the Fresnel I'm shooting with. Just going for that, trying to do a Vincent Peters thing, which I just fail at. It's really hard. See if I can get in there. You can get in there barely. But you know, these girls get crazy. You let them do their thing, their boudoir, and whatever you want to call it. I hate that word, but cool. I'll skip through all this. I know you guys will probably get mad at me or something. I don't know. Let's get all the way out of here. Hey, Callie. What do we do, Callie? Callie, this is the 80. Back that dress again. Nice in my studio, my little home studio. This is probably where I shoot the best because it's just my little bedroom and I've been there a million times. These were nice too. These were real pretty. One of my, I have like a bunch of latex things I bought. They're expensive, but I thought they always looked pretty cool. Yeah, these were nice. Yeah, I thought I got the light pretty cool there, but light, how to get a butt light on there. Cool. She's beautiful, just gorgeous. But look against the 105 now I got. Yeah. Just not as detailed, but definitely as sharp and good, but it doesn't have like the same, you know. What else do we got here? This is what we did in studio yesterday. It's Belle. Good job, Belle. Shooting at the 120. Find one where she's nice and set. That's good. Zoom in. Yeah, you see how reliable the new GFX is. It's just so much better.